Cheers, legend. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Got some American craft here. So it's called Arrows of Neon. It's a golden sour beer aged in oak barrels with lemon zest and lime zest. And it's at 6%. Yeah, rare barrel are out of Berkeley, California. And I got this as part of my mystery box by Forward Hops, which are a distribution company in Australia that get all the American hype here. So yeah, looking forward to this one. And I've been to a sour beer festival on the weekend, so I'll see how it compares to some of our local stuff. I have had a bit of Rare Barrel in the past. They were actually part of this festival that I went to on the weekend a few years ago, but we haven't seen international stuff there since. It's just been local. So yeah, we'll crack her open. Cheers to everyone in the chat. So far, we've got Stewie, Ghost, Angie. How are you all? Good to see you. Yeah, it's 11:45 p.m. here. I haven't cracked a beer all day. I've actually been catching up on sleep tonight, which is good. But yeah, this is first beer of the night. I'll probably only have one or two, and then be back to bed again. But so yeah, Arrows of Neon. And I'm looking forward to it because it's lemon and lime, and yeah, I like lime sours in particular. So I've got my Forward Hops glass. Let's go in. I've got to remember to leave a little bit for the photo as well. So yeah, pours like a medium orange colour. The head's left pretty quickly. Fairly active carbonation. I'd say body's probably medium, low end medium. And maybe a dark orange. Sort of got that burnt orange look to it. But yeah, let's go a whiff. Cheers, Kettleheads and Bulk. Good to see you all. Oh, takes me back to Saturday. So yeah, straight up, just a huge like tart aroma. Very, very sour. You can tell just on aroma. So I'm getting like a biscuity, wheaty sort of backbone, maybe bready, white bread. But yeah, just big punch of like sour lemon and lime. I've got a lemon tree in the backyard that's really taken off at the moment. It's giving me that same aroma. Gotta love that fresh lemon and lime. Smells quite floral as well. But yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be very, very tasty. And the percentage again was 6. Yeah, normally their beers are probably around this mark. But yeah, I was quite happy when I got this one out of the box just because, yeah, it's definitely down my alley. I love like your golden sours in that are barrel aged, and yeah, lemon and lime definitely speaks to me. Cheers, Rob. So I'm going in. Cheers, peeps. It actually drinks a bit more fuller than it looks, which is good. It's very spritzy. So initially very tart, a little bit of sweetness, but then it's sort of got a dry finish. I get a bit of a white grape thing. Like it sort of reminds me of like a white wine. Whether it would have maybe some white grape of some kind, or even like it might even feature some New Zealand hops. But yeah, it's very, very nice. It takes me back to Saturday though, because I tried so many awesome like sour wild ferment beers, and I had one in particular that was by Boat Rocker, one of my favourite breweries, and they're based in Melbourne. They had a Thai sour beer, and that had, I think it was lemongrass, lime, ginger, and maybe something else. And yeah, that was like very similar to this. I'm hoping to get a bottle to review on the channel because yeah, it was really enjoyable. It was one of my beers of the festival. But yeah, it's definitely got that mouth puckering tartness, which is good. You want a sour beer to actually be sour. I can't stand these over the top fruit sours or just even kettle sours when they're advertised as sour, but they're sweet and that's all they are. But yeah, this is like a real sour. Has that like Belgian style to it. I had some good Belgian style ales on the weekend. A real nice Gers. Um, There's a couple of Flanders style. There was even a dark Flanders that was good. I love just trying all the different styles. Cheers, Joshy boy. Good to see you. Yep. I won't be any hangouts tonight though. Just a beer review, maybe another beer, just chilling. Got to save myself. I can't even remember what time I finished up last night. I think the live went for about probably nearly 3 hours. So yeah, it would have been about 2 in the morning, I'd say. I had a fair sleep in today. I was still recovering from the weekend. But yeah, anyone else having a drink out there? Yeah, you're definitely getting like a touch of white bread. And yeah, it's like that sort of like wheaty, grainy sort of thing. But yeah, I definitely get a like a Sauv Blanc sort of quality. Yeah, it reminds me of like a white wine, especially like New Zealand sort of base. That's what I get a lot of the time from New Zealand hops. Good to see everyone sharing the love with each other. I did really enjoy Paul's video that he did. It was probably about, I don't know, it was sometime last night anyway, probably his daytime, just talking about the beer community and how everyone looks out for each other and like how it's really good and how he enjoys it. And even if like, I don't know, like he's having a shit time outside of it, he loves to be involved and will always be involved just because, yeah, like how many friends he's made. And yeah, just like it rang true. Like a lot of it was so cool. And yeah, like he was saying about how one of the fellas that he used to hang out with passed away, like an older fella that did beer reviews. And yeah, he was like real torn up about it. It's just such a cool community. And yeah, like if I don't know, like you can have a shit day at work, and I live alone, so sometimes I'll come home and I feel quite lonely and don't sort of have people to vent to or like share like positive thoughts with. So it's cool just jumping on here and doing this. And yeah, I've been part of the community for years, but I've only been doing beer reviews myself for about 7 months. And yeah, it's been awesome. Like I've really enjoyed it. And I think, yeah, like even when shit's going wrong outside of it, I don't know, definitely it's cool to keep in touch with people and like, yeah, just having friends like on a global scale. It's awesome. Definitely all got to look out for each other. And yeah, people pass away and you think like life's too short, like you got to do the shit that you love. Anyway, back to the beer. So yeah, that tartness is quite intense. I feel like this would be the sort of beer, if you're into sour beers, you'd love it unless you didn't like that sort of tart citrus. Um, I think a lot of beers I've had from these guys in the past have been berry. I remember having a raspberry one from them years ago, and yeah, it blew my mind. Speaking of that, I had a raspberry beer at the festival on Saturday. It would have been my beer off the festival by Melbourne brewery La Serene. It was, I think it was aged on in oak or might have been white wine. I can't remember, but yeah, just the raspberry quality was phenomenal. I'm hoping to get a bottle of that for the channel as well. Cheers, Vanessa. Good to see you, mate. It's a bit like last night. There's a few people around. It's a good time to go live. But yeah, I don't want this beer to end. It's quite tasty. So yeah, the size of the bottle is, it says a 12.7. I don't know what that is in mils. It looks like it'd be, I don't know, maybe 500 or something. It's sort of a weird size. But yeah, very basic artwork on it. Just the white label with like a green and yellow sort of, yeah, just showing like lemon and lime. Pretty cool. Arrows of Neon sounds like some sort of scientific thing. But yeah, definitely happy to try another one of these. Yeah, the vinegar sours. There was a few of them at the festival, dude. I feel like you would have loved the Oud Bruin I had from Boat Rocker. It was, yeah, like a Flanders brown, and it was really vinegar forward, but it had sort of like, being a brown, it had like characteristics of like an English barley wine. I just felt like it would have been a beer you would have really enjoyed. Had like that dark fruit and sort of like stickiness to it. Hmm. Boat Rocker are unreal. And shout out to my boy James at Rampant Lion Beer Reviews. He just reviewed Ramjet, which I've been banging on about for the last few weeks. So yeah, he was able to get hold of last year's edition, and let's just say thoroughly enjoyed it. It's good to see people drinking these like Aussie craft beers that I bang on about, and they get that same satisfaction that I do. Like it just goes to show that Australian craft beer is just as good as craft beer is anywhere else. So yeah, he mentioned me in the video a few times just about how I was so stoked to like hear that he had it. And then as soon as he took a whiff of it, he was like, you could tell he was really like impressed. It was a pretty cool review. And yeah, he's had some boat rocker over the years, but he's just had like their basic stuff. So yeah, it's always good to see people trying the hype stuff like barrel aged imperial stouts and yeah, but I've definitely got to get a hold of that Thai sour beer from them. I feel like it'd be an awesome review on the channel. When I had it, I went up to Matt from the brewery and I just said, I reckon, dude, you got to do a variant of this with chili in it because I just feel like the chili would really hit with the Thai notes. It was sort of a similar style beer to this, and yeah, it had lemongrass, lime, ginger, and yeah, I just felt like that hint of chili would have been awesome. Maybe like a little, I don't know, maybe habanero or something like that. Not really sure what chilies are popular in Thailand. I know when I went there, I was just eating big red ones, just in full, like showing off. I'm a bit of a spice head. I'm always trying to impress people with like some of the hot sauces and the chilies and stuff I can do. But yeah, there's always someone better out there than me. I want to do a Carolina Reaper live on my channel. I reckon that'd be pretty cool. Whether there's other people out there that would like to do it. But yeah, I've just never had a Reaper. I've had heaps of products that feature Reaper, and yeah, it's a chili that definitely gets a hold on me. There's a lot of stuff out there I just don't find hot enough, but most Reaper stuff is just it rips through you. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He's a lightweight, that kid. Yeah. The that sour festival, Josh, that'd be something like say if you ever got to Australia, that'd be the sort of thing you'd love to take you to, something like that. Here we go. He's guessing the score already. Cheers, Luke. Good to see you, mate. Matakataki. They need a second version of that, bro. Ghost pepper and scorpion pepper, John. Oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, I've got a girl at work that's right into her gardening, and I was just talking to her about like chilies and a few other sort of like plants and stuff. And yeah, she was saying how she wants to grow some really hot chilies, but needs sort of people to try them because, like she said, she's pretty sensitive with that sort of stuff. I'm like, I'm happy to be the guinea pig. It'd be cool. The percentage on this one was 6, but yeah, Stewie's guessing the score that I'm going to give it. But yeah, it's some of the sour beers like they catch up on you. Like at the festival, you'll have some like they all seem very samey, like with the alcohol percentage, but one will be like 5%, and then you go to the next stall and it tastes very similar, and it'll be like 11%, and you're like, "Whew, rocket fuel." Yes, both good boys. Viduka is an absolute superstar. Cool. Yeah, you should give him a whirl. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Where I live, I feel like it's pretty hard to get chilies pumping. Like just, yeah, you always find the most places where chilies really taken off is sort of like closer to the equator. like that warmer climate, drier. I could be wrong, but yeah, I know there's certain things that where I am down in the cold and wet, they don't seem to take off as much. It depends on the setup you got too. But yeah, I might end it there just because I've just about finished the beer and I want to take a photo of it. But thanks everyone for chiming in. It's yeah, another good review. Always fun hanging out. And I don't know what's next. I might do a local. I might even do a mountain culture beer tomorrow, perhaps. See what happens. I'm trying to break it up, so like doing like maybe like an international, then an Aussie, and just so it sort of spreads it out a bit. But I'm going to do a shop at some stage, and I want to get some more American stuff. Yeah, I've got to maybe get some macros and do some comparison videos and stuff. But yeah, I'll have to get that glassware video started. So hopefully this week sometime. But yeah, cheers, peeps, and we will see you probably around this time tomorrow night. Oh, sorry, I haven't given a score yet. What am I doing? I think I'm going to go a straight 4.5. Very nice. So yeah, as far as sours go, like it's up there. It's good quality. Yeah, it's tart, it's sour, it's what you want, like good flavour character. Yeah, 4.5 seems about fair, I think. I don't like as far as like awesome sours go that are going to rock your world and get high scores. That's more of sort of your Three Fontaine and your Cantillon, some of that stuff. I mean, this is good, but it's not on that same level. So yeah, cheers, peeps. I'm out, and I'll see you this time tomorrow.